So you have heard me blab about the new iPhone 11. I've done my full review. I plan on doing some comparisons, but I thought I would mix things up today. I have a friend here who is an iPhone 8 user, and I've gotten a lot of comments from you guys saying, I have the iPhone 8, and I'm thinking about upgrading to a no phone. And yeah. And I've gotten a lot of comments from you guys saying, oh, I have the iPhone 8 and I'm thinking about upgrading to an iPhone 11. And this guy has not seen the iPhone 11 yet, and he actually plans on buying one. So we're going to let him take it for a test drive and tell us what he thinks about it. So you might need my face to unlock it, but let's jump into his first impressions of this phone.
All right,
tell me about the design of the phone, you think?
The phone, I'll be honest, so definitely looking at the cameras, it's a stark contrast from looking at like the small... It's a stark contrast from looking at
He's a forensic student, by the way.
Yeah. It's a stark contrast from looking at like the small camera on the 8, and I can already tell that the photo quality on this is going to be like very good. Other than that, it's definitely got a noticeable weight change, like weight difference between the two. Probably because they jam-packed this full of battery, which I hope they have, because I'm definitely losing a lot of hours with this one. And so, yeah, for this one, I'm not a big fan of the colors. I'll be honest. If I were to pick this up, I would get the black one just to match what I have already.
How about like feel in the hand? Like, is it feel more premium compared to your iPhone 8?
Oh, for a fact it does. Like the weight definitely is an attribute to it feeling a bit more expensive, which I like. The screen is just like, you can't even see pixels, which is like amazing. Like if I
will tell you, because I'm going to be that nitpicky person, it has the same PPI as your phone. So maybe that's the new phone effect. The displays on both those phones are very similar in terms of resolution.
Okay.
But that's funny you'd say that, because some people complain about it, but you don't seem to have any complaints about the display, do you?
Like, I guess if I were to look at like the iPhone like 11 Plus, maybe there'd be like a big difference, but like just looking at this on its own is definitely a premium screen to look at. Okay. Yeah.
So let's get you unlocked here. So we'll show off Face ID here to show you how quick it is. It's very fast. That's something you don't have any experience with yet, but it's really nice, I gotta say. But how about just like the user experience, like kind of navigating through iOS? But what do you think about the UI with the phone compared to your 8?
Yeah, definitely. Since I did get the iOS, is it 13?
Yeah, 13.
Yeah, so since I got iOS 13 on my iPhone 8, it's definitely still the same experience, swipe down for that right there. But sliding up is definitely a new thing for me. Yeah. I've only experienced that on my iPad, and that's just because they added that to iPad OS.
Right.
Go to the camera app right now, because...
Try out the camera. Tell us what you think.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you something to take a picture of. How about this globe here? We got some colors happening. I want you to take a picture of it with your iPhone 8 and the iPhone 11, and I want you to tell us what you think about the difference in quality.
Boom. All right, so I got that one. Very good picture quality still, even though it's like, how old is this phone? Like
it's like 3 years old now.
Yeah.
I mean, it was released in 2017, and it's still being sold by Apple, so it can't be half bad.
Exactly.
But try out the iPhone 11 and tell me if you can discern any difference.
Now we're gonna focus back on South America. All right. So looking at the two photos, I can see that this one definitely has like a warmer tint to it.
Okay.
So like for me, I'm like an avid, I wouldn't say, how do you call a photographer? Just an avid photographer?
Yeah.
So I definitely dabble in a lot of post-production as well in photos. And seeing this right here, it's a lot easier to just automatically go into like, let's say Lightroom and just, start working on it. And definitely the back, I don't know, there's just something about like the quality of the closeness of the front object. You did mention that there is another aspect of this besides light.
There's an ultra wide.
Ultra wide.
So tap on the 1X and see what happens.
Wow.
Do you see that? Isn't that dope? Basically, wider field of view. You don't have to back up to get everything into the frame.
Yeah, and honestly, that's honestly a really good photo. Even though
in good lighting, albeit.
Yes.
I've noticed, me personally, the camera quality deteriorates a little bit in like medium-ish lighting, because the ultra wide for some reason doesn't take in as much light. The wide angle, like the regular 1X lens, does better. But yeah, I found this to be really nice. And like, is this like a big feature that you would like on a phone, like coming from your iPhone 8?
For me, this is like a make or break.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yes, this is like a feature that really makes me like happy.
Excited?
Yeah.
Yeah, right,
Because
right.
like for me, if I were to take the same photo of like
You have to back up all the way, right?
Like this.
Right, exactly.
Like being able to be right next to it and take photos as good as this, like needless to say, on an iPhone is just amazing.
Oh, for sure. And I've taken some really nice photos with this ultra wide, so I think you'll have a really nice time with that. So we can kind of show off low light here, so you can see my
automatically turned on.
Right. So let's just see. Let's compare the quality between your phone and this phone. You can tell us what you think. So you know what? If I turn this off, is it completely impossible?
Oh,
yeah, it's pitch black.
Well, I feel like this is a true challenge.
Actually, this is representative.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So for a regular iPhone 8 with no night mode,
no night mode.
Boom. You can just,
it's bad.
Yeah.
We only got light coming up from my dungeon stairs there. This is where I shoot in a dungeon. So we're gonna do the long exposure with the iPhone 8 now. So, or the iPhone 11. I forget the names of the phones.
And how do you control exposure for this one?
So you just take the picture and it'll just do it.
Oh, okay, cool.
So as you can see, it's doing it. And then tap on the photo. Whoa!
I'll be honest.
That's dope.
It's surprising how much detail it did pick up.
Yeah. I'm gonna turn on some lights. This is too spooky for me, and I'm gonna trip over some cables.
So looking at both photos, definitely the 8 does not get anything.
It didn't do so well.
But
it didn't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
Yeah. But this one, you can definitely even see the sign in the back, which is
it's not a good picture.
It's not at
all. But it's a good picture compared to what that could do, and it's very impressive that this could get anything captured at all. I mean, like long exposure has been around for a while. Like this is not a new thing, but Apple really did a good job implementing it, and the fact that we had literally no light except from this upstairs, you know, like little light that we have up there coming down here. It was like almost pitch black. You got to say, with just that light, I think that's very impressive. You can say, and that's a big step up. If you're somebody who likes to take photos with their iPhone 8, would you agree?
Yeah,
I'm not just putting words in your mouth, right?
I'm surprised I could even see color on the continents at all.
Yeah, that's really cool. They really do get accurate colors going on. So, yep, the phone is ringing. Absolutely mint. Mint. You've seen those TikToks, right?
Oh yeah.
Mint. Last up, I want you to test out the front cameras here. Are you a selfie person? Ish.
I dabble.
You're more than me. That's for sure.
Yeah. I'm more
anybody's more than
you.
me. Even though I put myself on the internet, you know, especially in that Google Home video where I look just absolutely stunning, and 2 million people saw me like that. You know, that's as much as I can do. But you know, let's test out some selfie capabilities here. So show me what you can do with your iPhone 8. You see little. Okay, so that's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad quality at all.
Once again, iPhone 8, fairly new phone, still being sold. You know, this is not bad quality whatsoever. Try it out on here, and you know what? Just because, try out the portrait mode. Because first up, let's just do the regular 1x, and you can hear. So there's me. Do you notice that it's a bit wider?
Oh, for a fact. You can get a lot more in.
Oh, for sure. Yes. So I'll show you here. You can zoom in, zoom out. So is that important to you, for taking selfies, if you're taking pictures with your friends or whatever? Is that... Okay, got you. Try out the portrait mode and see how you like it.
Wow, that's
And that is made possible by the Face ID tech in the phone.
Interesting.
Yes, so is that important to you? Do you like the fact that you can do that?
I do like that. However, I think it's just me that notices this.
Yeah, I need to go another angle. God almighty. Got this Lego box. Cotton balls, other necessities of life. So we're gonna just pretend like those aren't there in my beautiful studio. So tell me again, Diego, what you think about the portrait shots here.
It does look good. However, I do notice that it does look very artificial.
Oh yeah, it's artificial bokeh for sure.
It's very artificial. But for what it is, it's a very good.
Is it an effect you would use often?
Often, I'd say, possibly.
Okay.
Possibly.
Try it out with the portrait mode with the rear-facing camera. This is something I think you will enjoy because this is something you have not been able to do because you have it at the 10R, which did it completely artificially, and nor have you had it with the iPhone. Try it out with the back-facing camera because you said it's not really that useful to you with the front-facing, but the back-facing I think is really cool.
Oh yeah, that definitely works wonders.
And this is cool too. You can go to edit. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So do you like that? Does that look realistic to you think?
So let me go to what my DSLR goes to, which is a 1.8.
Yeah.
I can see the graininess is definitely like very, very.
Yeah, if you zoom in.
If you
But
zoom
who
in,
zooms
yeah.
in, man?
I don't know. I guess photographers
just-
looking at it like at a quick glance, like that's a very good photo.
Oh, for sure, yeah. And I mean, this is great lighting, but still, I personally think that the portrait effect is very nice. And as a amateurish photographer, this is a great angle, by the way. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Do you think this is an effect that is something you would, post on Instagram? You want to share this with the world as a cover of the camera?
I think I would, yeah. I'd say in certain situations, I would.
And is this a feature, once again, that, like, really makes this a great, like, jump or an upgrade to this phone? Like, this makes you really want this phone?
For me personally, I would say yes. It's enough of a, I'd say, innovation for
An incentive.
An incentive, yeah.
I'm not correcting you.
For an iPhone, for me to want, like, justify.
Justify your purchase, and, like, you would say that the camera quality is definitely, like,
It's
way
there.
better than what you're getting with the iPhone 8, even though it's, like, only a 2-year-ish gap.
Yeah, exactly. And it's definitely just a major improvement upon what they've already made, which is a great phone right here.
Right. But do you feel like this is, like, more of a photographer's phone now, you would
Yes.
say? Cool.
And, like, even, like, the budget version, I would only imagine how the Pro would be.
Right. Well, actually, the only difference between this and the Pro mainly is the telephoto lens, which I have not really been using on here. I think I've been mostly using the 1X lens, but the telephoto lens is quite nice for particular shots where you don't want to get super, or, like, you cannot get close up, or even as, like, more of, like, a, casual photographer, like, you just take pictures of your friends or whatever. It's definitely...
It definitely is a step up from all previous generations.
That's coming out of his mouth. He's not a tech YouTuber, we're kind of pretentious. We have, access to the best of the best. But, yeah, he's coming from an iPhone 8. It takes decent enough photos. But, yeah, that's cool that he would say that, the camera is enough of a step up to, justify upgrading to paying more monthly, whatever. So next up, we're going to talk about speaker quality. We're reshooting this because we almost started playing some copyrighted sounds. And then I said, oh, that's right. You can't do that. So we're going to play some non-copyrighted music. Hooray. But he's going to tell us, if he can notice any discernible difference in speaker quality between the iPhone 8 and the iPhone 11. And if anybody, he'd be able to do that because I don't use this phone on a daily basis. This is why this video is valuable. This is an iPhone 8 user. He uses this every day. I've never owned an iPhone 8. I'm going to shut up. You tell us how the speaker quality is.
Alright, so I'm going to... Okay. So going 20 seconds in.
That's not bad. Stereo setup going on there.
Yeah.
Still
So,
fun.
like, honestly, being accustomed to this, I think, like, all the sounds are, like, good. It's clear. Definitely in loud situations, I wouldn't be able to hear certain things because, it's not that loud and amplified, but
Let's test
now
out.
to try out the 11.
Yes.
Okay, wait. So that is a noticeable difference.
Really?
Yes, very much so.
I mean, I wasn't paying attention, but that's cool, though.
Yeah.
They have introduced spatial audio. It is definitely going to be louder, I've noticed. Just from basic testing, I have, like, an iPhone 7 on hand. But, yeah, how much of a difference would you say it is, like, percentage-wise? How much better?
I'd say, like, a good 100%. Like,
how good, like, way better.
Yeah, exactly. And,
oh, wow.
I'm gonna say technical things that I probably don't know what the heck they mean.
Oh, I don't either.
But the basses are more punchy.
Okay, that's fair.
And the clarity is definitely there. Like, let me just try playing them.
Yeah, you said it right. That's really all it is. I mean, like, for us people who aren't.
Like, it's already there. Like,
yeah.
This one, like, is just... It's like I'm playing, like, on a mini speaker, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah. That's what I would say this is like.
Is that another feature that is really enticing to you to buy this phone?
Like, if I don't have my AirPods on me, or if I just want to, like, play music, in the background of just whatever I'm doing, like in a public space or something, or if I want to show my friend a video in, like, a very crowded place, like, that's really loud.
Yeah.
Having the...
It's just the volume of the speaker.
Having, like, the volume being, like, up there, and for them to be able to hear clearly what I'm showing, like, my friend, or being able to hear myself.
Yeah.
Is, like, something I'm really looking, like, for.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Why did I say it like that?
Nice.
you know, like I did say that the displays, and like I'm kind of doing this out of order because usually I have like design, display, battery life. Obviously we can't test battery life because we don't have all damn day here. But obviously you could imagine it is better. And I guess we'll just quickly talk about that. How many hours of screen on time do you get with your iPhone 8, would you say?
So, for a regular day, like, let's say I just check it, like, time to time. I'm not, like, gaming. I'm just checking.
So, like, moderate usage, you know, not, like, heavy, just, like, normal-ish.
I'd say I'd get into the evening, and then I'd have to possibly charge.
So, like, you'd, like, come home from school, and, like, it'd be, like, what, like, dead?
No, so, for, like, from a regular school day, let's say from, like, 8 to, like, 2, because that's when I'm usually on campus, it would be around, like, 50 to 60.
When you come home?
Yeah.
That's not bad. I mean, decent battery life for the iPhone 8. Do you ever wirelessly charge? Because both these phones can do that.
I do wirelessly
charge. Okay, so then this is just a common feature. If you came from the iPhone 7, that would be a bigger deal. But what's good is that the iPhone 11 is pretty much the iPhone XR, as we know. It's the same amount of battery life, you know. So I would say you're going to be seeing maybe like an hour or two longer of screen on time. Is that another thing that makes this phone like I want it? Because like if you had an extra, let's just say a minimum hour of screen on time, would that make a big difference to you?
Yes, a lot.
And this definitely has more than an additional hour of screen on time. So that's another cool aspect. Obviously we cannot test it all right now, but while we're in YouTube once again, as I went on this battery tangent, but it's so important, I want you to watch a non-copyrighted YouTube video, maybe turn off the audio, and tell us if you see any difference in display. Because as I said, you know, me being the tech YouTuber and being all technical, the PPI is the same. They both have True Tone. Obviously, the liquid crystal retina display on the iPhone 11 is going to be a little bit better than that of the iPhone 8. This is an older generation 4.7-inch display, but both are LCD or LED or whatever they are. But I want to see if he can see any difference in display quality, because at first he said like, oh, it's sharper, even though it's not. That's just an effective. I guess using a new phone, some people think that it's better, even if it's not. But I mean, is that a big problem? I don't think so. It just goes to show that the XR or the iPhone 11 has a pretty decent display that most people are going to like Diego here. So it looks okay. You know?
This is my general viewing whenever I go on YouTube.
Okay, got you. So then play the same.
Let's wait till we get to the nether.
I mean, other than the display size, so you can actually like zoom in.
Oh, you
like
can?
That. Yeah.
Oh,
so it's like a full screen display now, or full screen watching. So that's cool, I guess, but it does crop some of the video away.
Yeah.
But do you notice any difference in like color quality at all, besides like the difference in size?
And honestly, there is really no noticeable color.
There we go. Yeah,
change.
Right. It's just bigger.
Yeah.
But that is another nice feature, and obviously that comes with the ability to, you know, actually like swipe back home. Which is that something that you really do enjoy, like doing that?
That'll definitely be something for me to get used to, but I think that will like just be like second nature, like, you know, after like purchasing this phone.
Is it like an intuitive like thing? Like, do you like it better than using the home button?
Honestly, at times I think I would like it better, because sometimes when I do press the home button, let's say like off of, you know, the start, like sometimes I just do that and then like my card comes up.
Oh yeah, right, exactly.
Put the 4 numbers.
Do you know how to like get to the multitasking window on that? You probably do.
Let's see. Like right there?
No, I'm talking about like switching apps.
Okay,
yeah, there you go. No, you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not that much of a difference, I would say, especially if you're a member of Gen Z. Oh. Like, you're not going to like struggle that much,
If
right?
you own any Apple product, I think that should come second nature.
Let's just kind of compare the speed of these phones, because that is also important. So why don't you unlock both of them here, and maybe just open a couple. So like, we'll like close the apps here, so let's make sure everything's, you know, like... so let's open up a couple apps here.
So let's go YouTube, since we've been using that all day.
All right.
So this one already pops up. Boom, first to open.
And of course there are differences in like, you know, like internet access, but still it's a little bit quicker, and that might add up. So let's go to something else and maybe like launch a game that we might both have. Do you have Minecraft Pocket Edition on there?
I do.
So we gotta, well, let's just see here. Well, we'll try it again. again.
So this one already started loading first.
Right, but then you need internet access, so... Oh, there we go. There we go. So continue. So, you know, enough of a difference, but I mean, I gotta say, like, the iPhone 8 is still pretty fast. It has the A11 versus A13. Both are really powerful processors. I mean, way better than the A10 with the A11. So, I mean, like, I guess we're seeing, you know, some marginal increase in performance, but that probably isn't the main reason you want to get this phone, right? Like, it's like...
Yeah.
Because, like, would you say that the iPhone 8 is already, like, fast enough in most cases?
Oh, yeah, no, it's... Like, honestly, like, without having anything to compare it to, it's a pretty fast phone to use.
For sure, I would say.
And I have before owning this, owned definitely a whole ton of Samsung bricks that have taken years.
Well, we know your stance, sir. You don't like Android too much, do you?
I've had bad experiences.
Right, well, you've had the older, crappier phones, but they've gotten better, but still, you're an iPhone person. But So what are, like, the top 3 things you're looking forward to upgrading to the iPhone 11? Like, what makes it worth the money?
So I'd say top priority number 1 is the camera. The camera on this phone definitely is no slug. It's no Samsung brick.
Well, I mean, like, the Note 10 has a good camera, but you wouldn't know that, but still.
I wouldn't know. I'll have to try that out maybe.
Right, but yeah, we gotta agree that the iPhone 11's camera really is excellent. What's the second feature that you're really excited for?
Second feature, sound quality. This,
oh, really?
Like, bar for none, this has, like, the best sound quality I've heard in a phone so far, at least in my own experience.
Right, got you.
And then second, honestly, I like the screen, but more importantly, like the size, because I've been so used to like a small phone screen for so long.
Or a regular aspect ratio. That's 16 by 9 or ish. Yeah, 16 by 9. That is like 19 by 9, some weird thing. So it's wider, and that's kind of cool. It's like your first full screen experience.
Yeah, and like honestly, like the bezels, I'm glad Apple got rid of them. I'll be honest.
Well, they still are kind of big, but once again, you wouldn't know. You're an iPhone 8 user. That's what makes your opinion special, because, I mean, like, there are smaller bezels. There are phones that have literally no bezels. Like, I did, like, a video on, like, the OnePlus 7 Pro. It has very, very minimal bezels. But, yeah, no, I mean, that's funny you say that. People say that the iPhone 11 has thicker bezels. But in comparison to your iPhone 8, it's not the case, right? Because you get rid of the bezels, the top and bottom ones.
Exactly.
You still have a notch. It's not the prettiest phone out there, but to you, it's a lot prettier, right? And that's important because, you know what I mean? Like, that's your Apple's target customer for that. And the fact that you say that makes this, you know, a great buy for someone who owns the iPhone 7 or 8, specifically the 8 in this case. This is the whole point of this video. But yeah, any final thoughts on the iPhone 11 that you want to share?
So before coming to do this, I was kind of iffy on upgrading. After this, I'm gonna be trying to convince my parents to let me
Got you, man, got you.
Yeah.
So like hands-on definitely made a difference in terms of
for a fact.
just like your wantingness to buy the phone. Cool. How would you like rank it, like, or how much better is that phone, like, percentage wise than the 8, would you say?
Percentage wise, again, just like the camera, 100% better than the iPhone.
Oh, wow.
Not to disregard the iPhone 8.
Not to disrespect.
Not to disrespect this phone, but it's a great phone. This one's better.
Got you, dude. Okay, well, I'll shake your hand here really awkwardly. Thank you for your opinion. It's like this, like, first person. I'll take my phone back now. I was gonna do a cruel joke and say you could have it, but then I'm not that much of a dick, you know? But that would have been funny.
Sound like you're David Dobrik with a free car.
Here's your Mercedes.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, like, guys, I want to do a giveaway at some point. I could barely afford this phone, but he mentioned something like we could do some kind of raffle where you could put money in order to win. And that would be great because it would give you guys like an actual tangible chance to win a product like this, and would also help me buy other products like more iPhones, you know, like the Surface Pro X. As I told you, like at some point probably all of the proceeds, all of my revenue goes into this channel. Like I don't like buy, I mean like I buy some nice things like, you know, some clothes here and there and food with my friends. Like we got some Chinese, but like other than that, most of the earnings that I get on YouTube are reinvested into products to review for you guys. So this is what made this video possible. Thank you once again, Diego, for sharing your opinion. And yeah, hopefully you can upgrade pretty soon. And I'm sure a lot of people appreciated your outlook. And that about wraps things up. I hope this video helped you out. Thank you once again, Diego, for making this perspective style video possible. If you like what we're doing here, leave me a comment, leave me a like. We'll certainly do this again with other people, you know, who have different phones. And I like doing this because I can't give you the most accurate reading as to how much better the iPhone 11 is compared to the iPhone 8, but he did an excellent job here. So thank you once again. I'll leave his links in the video description, you know, Instagram, whatever he wants to share. And yeah, as always, I'm Noah, he's Diego, and I will catch you all in the next one.